Hey, it's me, Ben, and today I'm gonna be reacting to. Is it okay for Latinos to say the can? Oh well, hold on, I'm in front of the title. Can Latinos say the N word? I ain't gonna answer that. I'm just gonna watch a video with y'all, and let's see how this goes.
Mexican. I refer to myself as a black Tina.
I am ham hocks and black eyed peas black. I am ashy elbows black.
I was white for most of my life until I came to the United States and I found out I'm diverse.
Chinese and Puerto Rican. I identify, I guess you would say, Afro-Latino.
Can Latinos use the N-word? Hell no.
In my eyes, Latinos are black people too. And in that right, Latinos should be able to use the N-word.
I've never used the word.
I can't. I've never been oppressed by that word.
If you are a person who've never been called the N-word in a negative way, or you've never been in a situation where you fear being called the N-word in a negative way, then I don't think that you can really reclaim a word that you've never been oppressed by.
I don't use it with everybody. I don't use it with Joanna. I don't use it with anyone here at Flama. I don't use it with most Latinos, period, or most people, period. It's usually just my niggas, like close friends that I know that we understand the term within our own circle to be whatever definition we decided on.
It just never felt right for me, but I don't think I can tell anyone they can't say it, especially if that's how they grew up.
I am not bothered by a Latino person using the word. We come from the same place. And we experience discrimination sometimes in the same way.
I do not use it. I do not think that it should be used, but I'm saying perhaps there is a past that's sort of past because they have a bit of a shared experience.
Growing up, the Latin community and the black community were close together and listened to the same music. They all listened to hip hop, and hip hop is known to use the N-word more. And I feel that because they were both in the same communities, they saw each other as having a shared experience of being a minority and facing racism. So I think that the Latinos kind of adopted that word as their own too.
Latin America is so big, it's so different.
We're all so mixed that it's to put like Latin people. It's like, well, what kind of Latin people?
Like there's people that can say, the people that come from African descent.
I usually tend to only use it around those people that I know who have African ancestry. Like I wouldn't use it towards like a white Latino.
If anyone tries to use it as, okay, I'm going to appropriate this word and I'm going to say this word because you're my friend and we're buddies and this is a secret thing between you and me, and then you feel the tension, you can feel this is not working.
The word in modern day life is all in context. It's like the word fuck. It means everything. It means nothing. It's an adjective. It's a noun. It's something that can be used. It just depends on the context.
It's all about context and what type of context they're using it in. If it's Donald Trump calling me that from the top of a podium, it's some racist bullshit. But if it's my homie on my block, he's being friendly, it's a term of endearment, the meaning almost changes completely.
I hate to admit that there's a certain standard, unspoken standard of blackness where there's people that are allowed to get away with it. Fat Joe, he can say it. J-Lo, girl.
It's such a hard thing to describe, like who gets to use it, who has license over it. It really depends on how comfortable you are with it.
But if you can say the N-word and you want to say the N-word and you feel bad, it's like, oh, people don't let me say the N-word. Great. It's probably you shouldn't say the N-word at all.
And it's having a pride in your blackness and understanding that this isn't an offensive term. This is a term of endearment that we have taken control over and are protective over. So own your blackness and you can say it all you want.
See, I get it, like just stumping on that word and changing the meaning from discrimination to saying my brother or my sister or whatever. What annoys me is just the giving the pass to someone, giving the permission to someone to be that it's not black that is allowed to use the N word. I don't get why that happens. I've used the N word before. Don't get me wrong. And at school, I hear the N word from black people to white. Well, honestly, there was like maybe 3 black people in my years of high school. So I would hear them say the N word, and then I would hear like Latinos say the N word, and white people say the N word, and it's like no one really jumps on it. And sometimes when they would say the N word, they would apologize to me, but it's just like, I don't really care because I mean, look, I just don't see the point of saying the N word at all, especially when you're gonna give someone a pass to say it, because it's like if if you're gonna get offended one way or the other, and yet you don't care if the people that are the same skin tone or maybe just a little bit lighter or still a different ethnic group, and you don't care about them saying it, but you care about a more brighter, more uh lighter, race saying it. That's why you I feel like we shouldn't say these words at all, because we're never gonna let racism go. And then we use the N word as an example of racism, but then we also hear it from the same people who use it as an example of racism, and um who don't like it. And yet it's like this is so confusing. I'm sorry, but it's just like, uh, would I care if Latinos say the N word? I've heard them say the N word so many times, and honestly, I don't care. I don't care if you say the N word, but I feel like for people who would give it a pass to a certain type of group, they shouldn't really do that. I mean, like, I mean, if you're offended, period, by the N word, then stop using it. I say the N word a couple of times, and sometimes I want to stop using the N word. I really don't like using the N word. It's just not, because I know that there are racist people who only sees me as the N word, and I'm proud to be black. I'm half black, half white, whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm still human, just like everyone else. And it would be one thing if black people didn't care if Latinos say the N word, but Latinos would care. We say a racist term towards a term that's racist towards them. And I know a few because I hear them at school. Um, or something, a racist term turns Muslim or whatever. I feel like I don't understand why the N word's the only word that we really talk about. I feel like we need to talk about other words that are used for racism that may not be used for racism today, or maybe still is. And I think those words are still is. I just don't understand why the N word is such a big word that we only talk about. I feel like we should talk about all words that are kind of discriminate. That does kind of discriminate some ethnic groups or of color or whatever. But anyway, yeah, that probably wasn't my best answer, but there you go. So there's my reaction to that video. Like, comment what you want me to react to next. I'll probably do another reaction video in the next minute, in a few minutes. And yeah, thanks. Bye.